Greetings YouTube and welcome back to Queen Tasha TV. In this video I want to share my reflections on a recent 31-day dance challenge that I took on, and I just finished today, so I want to get my thoughts off of my head fresh and let you know how it went. So let's get into it. Greetings and welcome to Queen Tasha TV. I'm Queen Tasha and I invite you to join me as I share my RV adventures, nomadic lifestyle tips, sustainable living practices, and vibrant Black Travel Tribe meetup highlights. A new edition will be diving into sharing my reignition of music and dance journey and my intuitive guidance to inspire and empower other queens. Together, let's live fearlessly free and reign supreme. Like, comment, and subscribe. Welcome to the Empire. So, the first question is, why did I want to do this dance challenge? And it's kind of like a three-part answer. One, I wanted to really, this was something that I wanted to do at the beginning of the year. Some type of challenge to get me moving and to record it and to see how it does as content and see how people respond to that. But it's one part my journey back to dance and my self-expression of dance through content creation. Number two was to be consistent in content creation in this way, which is setting up production and filming a short video every day. Now, do I plan to film a video every day in the future? No. But this was just getting my bone back into content creation because I have not been consistent. I will sometimes do a little batch of creativity, release it, and then you won't hear from me again. And I'm on this journey to be consistent with content creation, specifically on my YouTube channel, Queen Tasha TV. So there was that part of it, and then also I wanted to test out, it was a social experiment, and I wanted to test out, it was just an experiment in general, and I wanted to test out the platforms to see how my content performed. I did a consistency challenge back in June to promote my businesses, and that didn't do well. I posted almost every day, if not every day, in June. And I got very minimal feedback and push that would go past my 10% algorithm viewers. So I was hoping with me showing my face and dancing and, you know, there being music and it being a real content, that would change. So yeah, that was kind of the reasons why I did it. And I set it for the month of August. Basically, you know, I'm a August Leo, that Leo energy, and I was just like, let's take on this challenge for August and just like, this would be the time. So, you know, I recently started taking a course called The Soul Creator, and that just motivated me in general just to want to make content. And so those two things, on top of, I already wanted to do this challenge at the beginning of the year. This was like on my, you know, it's in my vision journal for my 40th into 41 year, is to do some type of movement challenge, dance challenge. I wasn't really sure what it was going to be or how long it was going to be. But I knew I wanted to do something like that and to film it and to put it out on the internet. And so that's what I did. The initial planning, I did initially plan. I used ChatGPT to create a kind of calendar of content. Like I knew I wanted to have a theme each day of like a word or a phrase, and I wanted to have it set up with, you know, when it gave me the information, so it would give me that and a couple song suggestions and then like the content to write in the caption. So when I initially did that, you know, I gave it like a Leo energy theme, and it was going to be for August, and, you know, Queen and Royal, and it gave me all of these suggestions. It was perfect. I was like, okay, I'm prepared, I'm ready. Day one was not as bad as day two. But I didn't stick to that plan. Like, it was really difficult to stick to that plan, mainly because, you know, music is a vibe that you have to connect with. And there was some days that, like, the song that it was, like, initially when I first started doing it, like, the song that it was suggesting, I was just like, I don't feel like dancing to that. Or I would start dancing to it and I wasn't feeling it, and so I ended up switching the song anyway. So I learned that initially, that pre-planning was helpful and not helpful. Like, it was somewhat helpful and to kind of generate the general idea, but it was not helpful in being able to stay on that plan and or use all of those suggestions. I ended up changing some of the words and adding my own things and throughout. So that the plan started off great in concept, but it didn't do well in execution. My beginning days, like I said, the first day was easier than the second day. The second day was really hard. I had a breakdown because I got all dressed up and cute, and I had this concept. The day's theme was bold, and the suggestion that they did was Beyonce. They had a lot of Beyonce suggestions, and I was like, I'm not doing that much Beyonce. I love Beyonce's music. She's cool, but I'm not like part of the Beehive, so I wasn't like trying to represent that much. All the songs they suggested I love and would dance to. I just was like, I don't want to have Beyonce all on the timeline, because then that makes it look like that I'm a Beyonce fan, and I'm not. I mean, I am, but I'm not like that, a super fan to dance to all of her music. But anyway, so the second day I had a ball out, and because I wanted to do, I think it was Formation, or it was a really catchy song, and it had like choreography, and I was like, you know, I can do a little bit of choreography. Like, the plan for the dance challenge was to do all freestyle movement, like not even, you know, try to do too much choreography. And if it was, it had to be something that I already knew, like nothing that I was gonna make up along the way. And, you know, when day two came around, like, I got in my head about how I wanted things to go and look, and it just wasn't coming through. I changed the song several times, and then I ended up with Sorry Not Sorry. By the last take of that video, of that reel, after doing it, probably just doing reels over a couple of hours, like first doing it to the Beyonce song, then changing it up to a different song, then trying to figure out something. I also was drinking and smoking. I think it was a Friday night or something, and it was close to my birthday, you know, Leo season, like, and drinking, and I was drinking wine, my Cabernet, my standard, but drinking does, you know, spirits bring up spirits. So I was having definitely a shadow moment too, of like my inner child just wanting it to be perfect and like look cute. I did several takes of the Formation thing, and I wasn't saving it because I was making it on Instagram Reel, so I wasn't like saving each one, but I went through so many takes, and by the time I got to the last take, I was just like, I had cried so much, I had to refix my makeup. I was just like, why did I want to do this? This is supposed to be fun. Why is this not fun? But as it went along, you know, and, you know, based on the song that I chose, what that invoked, some songs were easy to dance to, because they're just like Lose Control by Missy, you know, like that's an easy song to like dance to. Like, it just gets you going. Like, you don't have to do anything. Like, you don't have to get in your head about anything. It says music makes you lose control, and you go. Let's go. And then it goes, let's go. Rest in peace, Fat Man Scoop. He died today. Oh, legend. And then, but yeah, so it had its ups and downs as far as like how it started, but it definitely got easier at the end. But I won't say that it, that it was because I still wasn't in my head about like choreography and dancing and stuff like that. It was more because I got in the rhythm of like, okay, I just gotta get this done, like, okay. And then I would set everything up once I knew the song or whatever. Like, I was like, okay, we're gonna do the song, I'm feeling this vibe. And I would set up the production, and then I just knew how to get it done. So like, it just got easier and easier. I would say it had its ups and downs as far as like how it started, but it definitely got easier at the end. But I won't say that it, that it was because I still wasn't in my head about like choreography and dancing and stuff like that. It was more because I got in the rhythm of like, okay, I just gotta get this done, like, okay. And then I would set everything up once I knew the song or whatever. Like, I was like, okay, we're gonna do the song, I'm feeling this vibe. And I would set up the production, and then I just knew how to get it done. So like, it just got easier and easier. I would say like when I was recording, I'm like, okay, we're gonna do 3 takes max. And there was sometimes I got it in 1 take, and I was super proud of myself when I got it in 1 take, because I was like, it's hot or whatever. Which leads me into the next question. What were the biggest challenges mentally and physically? And mentally, like, this was something that I was trying to do for my inner child as well, and that was difficult because she really wants to dance, but like, she grew up in an era where like perfection was like the thing to show. And so every time I would look and see, like, I was just like, this is not how I wanted to show. And so that's why sometimes some days were more difficult than others. But some of the biggest challenges were feeling the vibe, like picking a song. Like, sometimes I would pre-pick a song, early in the day so I could be prepared, and then I get to that song and I'm like, or I'll get outside and start playing it, and I'm like, I'm not feeling this, and then I'll have to pick another song. I wouldn't automatically have a song ready, I just knew I wasn't feeling that song. Like, I couldn't freestyle dance to it. I wasn't feeling it. I also had technical difficulties. I was doing this whole thing during Mercury retrograde, and it retrograded so many times. I had a whole video, which I just did, which was like a fail, because I recorded it. I was trying to do like a remix of somebody else's video. It's like a little funny thing, because he was dancing, and I was just like feeling that song and the vibe, and it was easy to like match his little choreography and stuff. So I was like, let's do this. And I could not get it to do the side-by-side thing. I tried so many times. And like, then it got to a point where I was like, let me just change the song, and I'll just do no remix or whatever. I started recording that. I wasn't feeling anything because I just really love that. It got to like 10 o'clock, and I was just like, fuck it. Just post the video that I had that was the best take of the remix. It was just, when it converted, it didn't put the remix the way that it was supposed to be, which was side by side. It had it like, it had my video, and then it had his video like in the video, so you couldn't really see me dancing. It was a whole thing. I had, yeah, phone issues with storage and all of that. Then picking songs was a challenge. Once I had the song picked, it wasn't too hard to pick a word, and then I already had ChatGPT, like a system set up, so I could just put the word in and the day and the song that I was dancing to, and it would like give me all like what I wanted to put as far as like the text in the video and all that stuff. So that wasn't hard, but sometimes picking out the song was hard. Also, weather and production setup and location, because it's more ideal to film outside, but I do get a little stage fright when I know people are here. Most of the time my campground was empty where I'm at filming, but sometimes there were people here, and I did not want to film when people were outside, just because, I was in my head, and also I didn't know what I was doing, and I'm not used to like filming in front of people. Like, I haven't really got to that point where I like vlog in front of people like that. Like if I am, I'm not talking about anything. I'm not doing anything too extravagant. I'm just filming myself silently doing stuff. So I don't really feel comfortable doing it outside of it. But I had days where I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it, and then there was like back-to-back days where as soon as I got outside, that's when I decided I want to rain or be super windy, or the sun went away and so the sky was cloudy, and I'm in the mountains, so like someday when you look at some of my videos, the clouds almost look fake. They're so beautiful, like it's blue sky with some clouds. But there's some day, like when the storm comes in, it looks like Gotham City. Like it's scary. So I was messing around with different filters and lighting, and I learned more about all of those features in Instagram, which is where I mainly filmed all of the dance challenge. Ones that I did inside, it was challenging because my ring light, it's old, and I just ordered a new one because I think it pretty much died, like, or it's just the wiring inside now from bending it and using it and tying it and twisting it, like it's just, it has a faulty wire, so the light won't stay on the whole time. There was several times where I was filming and the light just cut off. I'm just like, damn it. So I have to start over, not because I wasn't ready or the lighting wasn't set up. It was because it just like cut out. And I was just like, come on. So yeah, I had a lot of little difficulties as far as like production and vibe and, you know, organization. So those were some really big challenges. But physically, there wasn't too many challenges as far as physically. There was one day that I like bonked my head at work with a little tamper thing, and I was totally fine, but I think I probably should have been laying down that day. I feel like I did a little bit of conditioning prior to this challenge, enough to prepare my body to like move every day in that way. And it was just, you know, small clip-ins, but sometimes I had to do it over and over again, or sometimes I did more of the song, you know, just to get in the vibe. Like I would rehearse just dancing to the song before I would record it, just to get in the vibe. But yeah, there wasn't too many physical challenges. It was mostly mental. I was definitely in my head a lot about everything, about how it looked, how it was going to come out, the lighting, you know, because this is production. You know, that was one thing that somebody pointed out early on, like the lighting. And that's a challenge for me in RV life, is lighting. I do have a ring light, like I said, and I'm getting a new one. I have 2 ring lights. The other one also went out. By the end of this challenge, I was doing it inside at the end because the mosquitoes got victimized. The mosquitoes got intensely fierce, and I couldn't go outside. Like, being outside right now is like not an option. They are attacking, like it's worse than I've ever seen before. Like I've been, you know, got by some mosquitoes, but like a couple places in one area, they were like swarming me, and I was like, nah. I'm not coming outside if I don't need to be. So yeah, it was a lot of being in my head, and I cried a lot. A lot. And it was healing, and it was good. And my next question is, how did this impact my content creation ideas, as far as consistency and motivation? When it comes to my journey back to dance, I've been trying to figure out how I want to capture this for my audience so that it's entertaining, and it's also, you know, coming on a journey with me, because that's what I keep calling it, is, you know, my journey back to dance. That's essentially what it is, and I just want to capture it on film. And I'm trying to figure out what I want to show that will be entertaining. Like I can't show the whole thing, and I'm definitely, you know, note before the end is like, I'm never doing a 31-day dance challenge of this sort ever again. Okay, never. That's my reflection. Cut. Just kidding. But yeah, so I've been trying to figure out what that's gonna look like, and I definitely think that doing choreography is the route that I want to do. If I do freestyle movement, it's going to be more in my music video things, when I'm like just a playlist where it's either going to be a still or it's just going to be just me jamming out to the music like a DJ would. Like I've seen a couple people just like have a DJ little panel and then they have like a curated list that they already did and they just sit there and jam. That's the whole video. Like they just and they like they're listening and like they're looking at the crowd and they go and I watch it, I jam out with them. I think it's entertaining. But yeah, I really want to focus on choreography. That's my strength, or that used to be my strength. My strength in my dance career was not freestyling. Like that wasn't a thing that we had to do, you know, in my early years. Like yeah, you freestyled at your dances and stuff like that, but like that wasn't my strength. I really loved choreography and doing movement that is pre-rehearsed. So that's something that I figured out during this challenge. Also, as far as motivation, I've decided that dance is to dance to songs that I really resonate with and like, and not trying to do any type of trendy thing. There are a few trends out there that I want to try just because I want to see, you know, I want to see if this auntie still got it. But a lot of those trendy things, that's not my style. That's not where I want to go with my dance journey. I really want to bring it back to my roots and the classic of what I like to do. How did the audience respond to my dance challenge? So unfortunately, with scheduling, technical difficulties, that I just didn't want to do too much on my phone. And I had to take stuff off of my phone, you know, to be able to share it. I didn't have time to post them to all three every day, unfortunately. And that was the plan. I wanted to test it out on all three. But I did get a few on TikTok at the beginning, and I recently started, you know, just catching up YouTube shorts with the Instagram. And so basically I'm just downloading the content from Instagram and then putting it over on YouTube and putting it over on TikTok to see how it performs on the other platforms. Because I'm definitely ready to leave Meta when it comes to using it as a creative platform. I've decided that I want to keep it as like a business networking place. That's where it kind of has moved into in a lot of instances. I'll share clips of my YouTube. I'll share my information about my businesses and things that are going on. But as far as being vulnerable and trying to create a community on Instagram and being an Instagram influencer, I have definitely decided that I need to take a break from them and to remove myself in that. Through the Soul Creator course, you know, we decided on a main platform, and because YouTube offers YouTube Shorts, I want to focus on YouTube and get away from trying to do anything creative on Instagram or doing it on Instagram. I really haven't dabbled too much in creating shorts or creating short content on YouTube because one, it's new, and two, I'm just so comfortable and used to Instagram. Like I finally figured out how Instagram works, and you know, it's just not the place for me. I also have a gray Meta account, and I'm not gonna go too much into this video about what's going on with Meta as far as that, but long story short, my Facebook account got scammed a couple of years ago, and since then I've been in gray jail, which is not like Facebook jail where you get banned for a couple of days or weeks or months or whatever. I can use my account as normal. I just can't make money on it. They banned me from making money. That's what a gray account is. I cannot sponsor any posts, spend any money, collect any money, or monetize in any way on either platform. So what's the point? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the point? So I'm making a bow out to Meta and focusing on Google, which is YouTube. long form, which is where I've been at, and then where I'm at now, this video now, and also short form, and doing my creativeness there, as far as like little dances and things like that. TikTok, I also wanted to experiment more on as far as that same type of content that I want to make in short form. But because TikTok is real volatile right now, I don't really want to learn, you know, I know enough about it to just post, but like how to really engage and create a community, like I don't really want to learn a new platform. So I want to focus on YouTube, and that's where I'm going to make long and short form content, because I do want to make both. And so far with posting the videos, the few videos that I've caught up on YouTube, which I'm going to catch every video up, I just have to download and then upload the whole thing. They're performing well on both the YouTube Shorts and TikTok. On Instagram, I get no love. They're barely showing it to anybody. I've been, sending it to people, hoping that they'll, see it and like it and then engage with it and or share it. I always hope that some of my friends will do that for me, because I, try to do that for my friends as well. But yeah, so it wasn't performing well at all on Instagram or Facebook, Meta. So I'm just like, and I spent all my time putting it on there. Mainly, again, because I'm just more comfortable on that platform. I passively scroll on there. I'm constantly sending DM. I'm spamming everybody with memes. That's my computer love language, so if you don't like it, you don't have to respond. But just know that that's how I show love on the internet. Anyways, but I cannot, there's no way for me to really grow anything outside of the people that follow me now. So I'm bowing out from them. YouTube did well. TikTok also, the few videos that I've put up there. I wasn't sure if I want to continue to update that one, but I might as well, since I'm putting it on YouTube Shorts. But they're doing well on both of those platforms as far as views. Vastly different on the versus Meta and then the other two. So that's another reason to leave. So that's what I learned from this dance challenge. This was a consistency challenge to test the algorithm. And then again, like I talked about earlier, I did this in June, which is regular content, which was a few reels, some multi-slide posts, and some just like, posts, but didn't get anything. And then this time I'm on it every day with my face in a video, in a reel, and the algorithm showed me no love. So the next question would be, what would I do different? I already said that I would not do this again. I would not do this again in this way. It would have been fun if I was to do it different, though. It would have been fun to do this with other people, whether it was like us doing a side-by-side collaboration, or just having somebody do the challenge with me every day and posting the same way. Second thing that I would do would be it not be so long. 31 days is a lot of days. August is a very long month, which is why August Leos and August Virgos love August. And it's the best time of year, summer. But yeah, I'm never gonna do like a 31-day challenge that I record. I've done 31-day like fitness challenges or food challenges or anything like that, but I wasn't recording it, number one. Production for every day is a lot of work. Shout out to all the vloggers. They vlog their life every day and then make a video. But yeah, I would do maybe like 7 days, and there'd be like a theme already planned, and also probably not freestyle movement. So that would be the other thing. I love freestyle flow movement. I want to continue to capture myself doing that, but I wouldn't do a challenge around that, because of the fact that like the way that I was doing it trying to catch a vibe to freestyle. Freestyle comes from like, it's just a flow. Like you can't force yourself to freestyle to a song. Like you can if that's your thing, but it's not my forte. I would prefer to do choreography. So the next, if I do another challenge, it would be a choreography challenge. And what you would see throughout the week would be, you know, it may be one video, but like you would see me filming myself throughout the week, like learning the choreography, getting ready, the journey, and then at the end showing you the full out version clip of the choreography. That's how I would do some type of challenge in the future. Like I would not do a freestyle movement 31-day challenge ever again. Like I said. And yeah, outside of that, you know, I did enjoy myself, even though it was a challenge. It was, you know, that's why I called it a challenge, because it was definitely challenging. You know, it's been very many years since I've danced in front of a camera and done it in this way, you know. So just capturing all of this was like, you know, if I was smart, I would have set up some behind the scenes of like the process, but who's got time? Like I said, the whole setting up the production just to film the video was a whole thing. So getting any behind the scenes would have taken a second person. Which would have been nice. Having a second person would have made the videos a little bit more dynamic. I would have had more space to dance. I was limited in the space in the RV. But when I went outside, like if I would have had somebody filming me versus it being on a stand, like it would have been a little bit more dynamic to watch. But that's why I tried to add some filters in appropriate places for songs. To help with the entertainment value of it. So what's next as far as challenges and or dance journey? So as of right now, I don't have any challenges on the board. We're gonna take a break from challenges. We'll circle back on challenges like that in a couple of months. I've got quite a few life challenges that are coming up, and I don't want to add on top of that. So as far as that's concerned, no more challenges, at least to the end of the year. Maybe we'll set up something or plan something for the beginning of the year where there's like a collab or something that I talked about that I would do differently. As far as my dance journey, it's going to continue. So as far as content, you know, I will film what I can when I am dancing. So I do want to capture some more of me practicing my dance bar before I put the dance bar up for the season, because it's going to get too cold to go out there to do any dance bar. And I'll be moving soon, so I won't be doing ballet in that way. I also want to get into some choreography. Like I want to relearn some Janet choreography just for my own self. I want to learn some like old choreography that I did like in high school and college and stuff like that. Videos that I have, if I can get those videos, the VHS transcribed into a DVD. That would be nice. That would be fun. And then also just like learning a few trendy dances for shorts, and also just making up my own choreography. That's another stage. But right now I want to just focus on learning other people's choreography, which also brings me to my next thing of what I want to do, which is sign up for one of the dance choreography apps that are out. This is a very big thing now, to be able to bring the classroom to your house in a more professional way than just doing YouTube University. So there's Stizzy, there's CLI, I think it is, CLI Studios. Since I've been talking about this, several of them have come up on my meta feed. So I definitely want to check them out. They all cost a little bit of bread, so you know, I'm hoping my cash flow continues to flow and flow in and flow high. If anybody wants to bless me with one of those, Your girl takes Cash App, your girl takes gift cards, and I will put it toward that for sure, because I definitely want to learn choreography in that way and get back into like that class mode. Right now there's no way for me to go and take a class. I'm not in anywhere convenient to any classes at the moment, and when I move to Arizona, I don't know what that's gonna be like, and classes cost money each time. I'd rather just pay a yearly membership and have access to multiple classes, which is the point of those apps. So that would be the next step for me, outside of just practicing more and getting more comfortable in my body, and getting my body back into the flux of that, and getting my brain back into the flux of learning choreography. And then I'll get into showing you how your girl used to put some things together. You hear me? Okay. Your girl was a good choreographer in her day. I wanted to be like Tina Landon, so, you know, I was all about that Janet, you know, style. So what's next is continuing to dance and capture as much on camera and share that journey with my audience. And it will be mostly on YouTube now. Thank you for all the people that follow me on Instagram and all my platforms. Shout out to y'all. But I'm really wanting to grow my community more and be more consistent and be more in touch with my community on YouTube, on Queen Tasha TV, because that's where I want to share my content, and where I feel like I can get the most return on my investment as far as monetization and community support and feedback. So I'm here for y'all. I'm here for y'all. I hope you guys are here for me on this journey, because I need your encouragement and support to keep going, and hopefully you guys like the content that comes out. I will do my best to make it as entertaining as possible. And yeah, that's all. That's the reflection I have from this dance challenge. Like, it definitely, I guess my overall take from the dance challenge is that I'm really excited and motivated to dance again, and also capture that on film, and to be more consistent in content creation on YouTube in general. That's what I learned from this challenge. Doing it all on Instagram was not rewarding. It was nice, but it was not rewarding. Bringing it over to my YouTube community and sharing it here was more rewarding for me. So this is where I want to focus on. So I'm saying goodbye to Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, prepare to be sick of me with all my business stuff, because that's where that's gonna be. You'll be updated. That will be my update feed of what I'm doing in life as far as building the empire. I also learned that challenging myself is the best way for me to get motivated. I love putting myself to the test and going through those ups and downs and crying and also excitement. You know, I kept rewatching some videos and they made me smile. A few made me cry, watching it, not in sadness but in joy of just like, oh my god, I did it and it's so cute, and like I was freaking out for no reason, and you know, that kind of thing. Just being grateful that like I want to come back, and that I appreciate my inner child so much for how far they've gotten me, and it's only right to reward them with this. And that's what it was really for at the end of the day. So that's all for me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Peace and blessings.